You're sitting on a picnic blanket as the sun goes down in Catherine. You've got a drink in hand, maybe a bite to eat, a few friends chatting around you, and the show begins. Sounds pretty lovely, right? What if I told you this was all in support of building sustainable housing in Gilkmingen? A pop-up style benefit concert this Friday is raising funds for Deciding to Make a Difference. Judy Deacon is from Opera Projects Sydney. Good afternoon, Judy.
Good afternoon.
How did you come to be organising a concert in Catherine?
Well, I was involved with the sending up of the clothing to the first drive, and so I've been trying to get up here to meet the community, and when I knew I was coming up, I mentioned it to our director, Bradley Gilchrist, and soprano, and we said, why don't we try and put a concert together to raise some more funds and some awareness for the project.
How have you found the time that you've now spent in the community, Judy?
Oh, it's been amazing. I came here last Wednesday and everything fell into place and everyone's been supportive and helpful and wanting to support what we're trying to do. And, yeah, it's great.
So that initial clothing drive to support an op shop in Gilkmingen, how did you get involved with that?
Well, in my past, I was the coordinator for the Band-Aid appeal to Ethiopia, and I knew that it's all one thing to get the goods, but it also needs to be packed. And since I was a bit experienced with that, I found Kelly, and the rest is history.
We are also joined by Kelly Wright, the founder of Deciding to Make a Difference here on ABC Radio Darwin. Good afternoon, Kelly.
Hello.
You're working to build sustainable housing. Can you just remind us how this came to be?
Oh, we were a part of the clothing drive, the Enterprise Learning Project together in Catherine, along with the Arts and Community Centre and JCAC in Gilkmingen. And I was fortunate enough to have been involved in that and came to the community for the opening of the op shop. And then once I met and fell in love with them, I just decided that I was going to have a bash at doing something a little bit more.
So what more are you doing, Kelly? What's happening?
So I'm working with Ken McBride, who is principal at Hassel here in Sydney, and working with Nev House, who are a sustainable building company that build affordable, sustainable housing from recycled plastic. And Ken and myself came into the community back in October and sat down with the community and just had a yarn about what they wanted to see, what they wanted it visually to look like, how it was going to work with the land, where they wanted it placed, how they wanted it designed, from not just from an aesthetics point of view, but from cultural, from a functional perspective. And we think that we're starting to work towards actually having something that they're going to be living in very soon.
You have been able to share one of the house designs recently. Can you describe it?
So this isn't an actual permanent structure. So this first structure that we're designing or building is the project's called Healing on Country. And this is designed as an initiative of the community that is going to be like for families to come together, for anyone that wants to get clean or get off substance or alcohol. It's where the family can come together and reconnect as a family unit again and start down that path. So this first structure is our proof of concept in terms of the community being able to see what the structure looks like like what a visual Nev house is. And then from there, we can continue the design concept of what will be placed in community from a long-term housing and sustainability aspect.
And it will also be made of plastic?
Yeah. So the Nev house model is made from plastic waste. Each two-bedroom structure uses about 3 tonnes of plastic waste into... So it's a sustainable timber and steel framework with the plastic panels, and they are modular. So the community are going to be involved and building the housing structures themselves.
Sounds like a great use of waste plastic, Kelly. When will construction begin?
We're hoping that May will see us building the first structure in the community. We're just going backwards and forwards, just finalising the finer details of the design. And then as soon as that's done, which we're hoping will happen within the next couple of weeks, then we can start going into production.
I hope that you will stay in touch, Kelly. Judy from Opera Project Sydney, what is planned for Friday night? What can the community get involved with at the Finch Cafe?
Well, music is universal, and so we're going to have a little bit of opera. I've managed through the community to get Katie Oliver and Tommy Lewis to come along, and who knows who else will be there. So it's very eclectic.
I think you do, Judy. I think you know.
Well, you'll have to come along and see who else is going to be there, but it's a family, community, fun night that we're sharing together.
Thank you so much, Judy Deacon from Opera Project Sydney and Kelly Wright from Deciding to Make a Difference. That opera event and, well, surprise guest event at the Finch Cafe in Katherine on Friday from 7 p.m. Tickets are $10.